at this moment go across to noted economist Mr. Urjit Patel, former governor of the Reserve Bank of India. Sir, thank you so much for taking the time out and speaking to us here on NDTV. Let me start by asking you, sir, you've served as the governor of the RBI, an institution that also saw Dr. Singh at the helm of its affairs, many years earlier. How do you remember Dr. Singh today? Sir, can you please unmute yourself?
My apology.
Thank you, sir.
At the outset, my condolences to the family of Dr. Manmohan Singh, and thank you for inviting me. I think Dr. Manmohan Singh was rightly described as the architect of our reforms. In fact, the current discourse on Viksit Bharat is actually based on the past 30 years of very positive outcomes for our country, which have been embedded on account of the changes we undertook in the 1990s, starting with the 91, 92, 93 reforms that Dr. Manmohan Singh oversaw. And the clarity of vision he had for those reforms and the detailed execution of those. The two most important changes, and actually there were many more, but we are on a television show, so we opened up to the global economy. 30 years ago, we were one of the most closed economies in the world, hard as it would be to believe for many of the viewers. We had an exchange rate that was not market-based. We had some of the highest customs duties in the world. We actually had import controls, which means you couldn't import many things. And we opened up to foreign capital. Foreign capital is important not only for the money, but the knowledge that is embedded in that. And that has helped us increase our investment rate and the very creditable growth performance over the last 30 years. So that's on the external side. Domestically, we had a system of the license permit Raj, where entrepreneurs and businessmen couldn't actually make what they wanted, when they wanted, and how much they wanted. So these two things got dismantled in the early 90s. And at the heart of both these is that prices became an important marker of the allocation of resources in India. Prior to the 1990s, prices played a far less important role, in fact, was secondary. And the government used to direct everything, including how many dollars you could buy and at what rate. So these are the two most important reforms of the early 90s. And
right.
In fact, the establishment and the constitution of the unified GST has its legacy in the indirect tax proposals of that time. And over the years, decades, we have done that. Your younger viewers wouldn't know, but people my age, that Dr. Raja Chelaya wrote very important tax reform proposals, and the culmination is the GST.
Sir, it will be great for our viewers. I'm sure you've had an occasion sometime to, in fact, interact with Dr. Manmohan Singh. As a person, he was always very soft-spoken, very calm in his demeanor. If you could recall some interactions with Dr. Manmohan Singh.
Yes, I used to professionally meet Dr. Manmohan Singh when I was at the RBI, and he was on the parliamentary standing panel on finance. And either before or after the committee's deliberations, he would see me for a few minutes. Uh, and he was always very supportive of the RBI, having himself been a distinguished governor of that important institution in our country. He was aware of the challenges that a central bank faces, especially in an emerging economy. But his respect for the RBI's technocratic work uh, was something that he used to tell people, including the members of the Parliamentary Standing Committee on Finance. And that is something he could do with credibility because he worked in that institution as governor. So his support for the RBI was much appreciated by me and the colleagues before me and after me, and that is something I cherished at the time. And of course, I agree with you that he was soft spoken, and but he really used to enjoy talking economics.
Yes.
He was he always talked about the Indian economy whenever I met him. Not necessarily the topic that was in the finance panel. And what struck me is that he was as up to date as anyone could be. And one always came away with a feeling that I perhaps learned more than he did from our conversation. So he really was an outstanding professional in all the various roles that he played in the life of our country.
Absolutely, a man of exceptional intelligence, integrity, Dr. Manmohan Singh. I remember, when you had resigned as the governor of the RBI, Dr. Manmohan Singh had reacted, and at that point of time, he had said that it's a severe blow to the nation's economy, and he also said many fantastic and kind things about you as well.
Yes, well, he's a thorough gentleman. I mean, and good people do that, and he was the best in terms of being a human being, and he also, I think, appreciated the technocratic contributions of fellow economists, and in some way I fitted that bill. So not only I, but also others got on very well with him. He was extremely open-minded, generous with his time, and very helpful. I mean, even before I became deputy governor and governor, he would, when I would request, he would give me a reference. So he was that rare being.
So thank you so much for taking the time out and speaking to us, remembering Dr. Manmohan Singh, former India Prime Minister. Thank you so much.